recording software. It can be Keynote, PDF, Excel, whatever's on your screen is being recorded. We record this in full quality, so we record up to 1120 by 1200, so full res. It's recorded as a video, so it's actually captured in 60 images per second, rendered in 30. We do this because most people have animations, they want to show video, so the output is extremely smooth. You'll see in the demo. We record audio, we record video, so as I was saying, pretty much any type of video input. And then after that, there's a number of things which happen automatically in the system. So I'd like to show just a few of those. There are a lot, so we can't talk about everything today. The first thing that we do is that we analyze the data signal. Actually, so right now we're recording what's coming out of my screen. Okay, so this is a video signal on very high res. There's an algorithm which is analyzing for pixel changes. Every time there's a significant amount of pixels that change, and then they stop changing, the system will take full resolution JPEG capture and index that in time. So while we're recording data as video, we're also breaking up the presentation. We're already preparing slide-by-slide navigation for students. Another reason why we break down this presentation and we extract pictures, basically from the screen, is that we also run optical character recognition, so we will extract all the words out of all the slides. The reason why we do this is for search, obviously. If you're recording a lot of lectures, you will have a lot of long videos. We see that students use these recordings for many reasons, sometimes to catch up, sometimes for revisions. The ability for search, to search for words which are in the presentation is very important. So this is the first thing that we do. We also do audio normalization. This is just so that if you have a speaker who's talking so loud, maybe not so loud, or maybe with a microphone, the audio level is consistent for playback. It's just much nicer to watch. Another thing that we do, and this is completely unique to UBICAST. This is technology that we've been developing since 2011. It's gotten smarter and smarter over time. Is a software-based tracking system. So currently, this is the camera's not moving as I move around. Okay, so it's just filming me in a fixed position. But what happens is that inside of this fixed position, which is typically the area in which I would be moving, so maybe from that wall to about where my computer is. Normally, I don't go out of this area. I can move closer here. What the system does is that it detects within this video face and shoulders using a special algorithm, and it will find human beings in this area. So in this case, it's found two people, so these two people on stage. And what the system does is that it will extract the portion of this video, which is this green rectangle, and this is the part of the video which is going to be used in the final output. So obviously I can move around. This green rectangle can move and follows me as I'm moving. But the advantage of this is that it's very cost effective because you don't need a mechanical camera. It's extremely smooth. There are some cameras which do physical tracking, but here actually this green rectangle is moving on vector-based movement, and it actually does movement anticipation as well. So as I move to the right, it's already sort of panning to the right and smooths out. It's just nicer to watch for students. And especially it's correctable. So in this case we have two people. By default, if it finds two people, it will put both of them on camera. If these two people start moving away from each other, the angle gets larger. If one goes out, then we just focus on another person. But let's say we want to not film this guy over here. It's just one press of a button on the user interface and just say, okay, this guy, I don't want to track him, and it will recalculate, extract, and replace the video. This is a very important notion. Everything which is done automatically by our system can be corrected. We don't have the pretension of being 100%. 95 is already pretty good. But I think that if you're doing things automatically, you should be able to correct them if there's a mistake. Another thing here is that it is completely passive. You don't have to wear an infrared badge. You don't have to be wearing anything specific, and it's using specifically shoulders. So if I turn around and I start writing on the board, for example, it's still tracking. Okay, so this is sort of a simulation of a cameraman in the room. The idea is to have a close-up shot of the teacher without having to have a person in each lecture room. We wanted to bring things a bit further and simulate actually the presence of a production team actually in the room. So we're big fans of TED, TED.com conferences at UBICAST. So what we did is that we analyzed about 30 hours of TED conferences, and we deducted what are the production rules that are used in TED to create dynamic content. So instead of having just your teacher or your trainer and slides side by side for an hour and a half, or whatever, for example, if I show a new slide, and if I stay on that slide for a few seconds, the slide will go full screen for a few seconds, and then we go back to the composition. If I'm showing a video in my presentation, there's no use seeing me, I'm just watching the screen like all of you, so the video runs full screen while it's running. If I've been on the same slide for a certain amount of time, obviously I'm not talking about the slide anymore, you just see the presenter full screen. So what the system does is that it's animating this video according to audio-visual events to produce a professional, nicer to watch video, even though the user experience is just start and stop. There are other ways that this is animated as well. So for example, if I disconnect my computer, maybe I'm at a conference, for example, if I disconnect the computer, then we switch to full screen on the presenter, and things like this. These are rules which are configurable in the system, so you can deactivate them, you can change the settings, but the vast majority of our users use these, of course. And the last stage that the system does is post-production branding. This is what takes a lot of time in a lot of cases. So in your videos, you want to put a logo, maybe put a background over here behind the video and the slides. You want to put an introduction video, like an introduction clip, a little clip at the end as well. These are all things which are done automatically by the system using a template system. So the way this works is, let's say you have maybe geography and mathematics. Those are two different templates. And when you're recording mathematics class, maybe the interactive board or the slides are much bigger so that students can see them more clearly. In geography, maybe the teacher is showing a lot of maps, so maybe this part of the video is larger and the ratio around the speaker is not 8:9 as it is here, maybe it's 16:9. So you can really put all of the settings that are in the system into templates so that once again, you just press start, stop, and the system knows where it should be publishing the video to, who it should notify by email, what kind of quality it should be outputting. All of this is set into the system. So yeah, we could talk about this for quite a while. Anyway, I'd like to show all of this to you later in the demo. Question? All right. Okay, so that was the studio. As I said earlier, we have two recording solutions, the studio and the campus. Both are adapted, I'd say, to different types of projects, actually. If you're equipping one or two rooms, maybe a room like this one, or maybe you want to outfit a video recording room to record MOOCs, the studio is definitely the way to go. If you're equipping more than 3 rooms, the solution is the campus. And actually, if you look at the way that the costing is made, it makes more sense to install a campus from 3 rooms onwards. So the campus is composed of 3 elements. It's composed of recording systems in each room, of a central post-production unit, which typically is installed in the audiovisual team's office, And this system is able to correct videos which have been published to the platform. So what happens is that when you're producing a lot of content, you typically have recording systems which publish directly to your platform, and if somehow at some point there was a mistake, we'll see how we can find that out. Well, you can fetch videos, import them into the post-production system, just do your quick editing, and then republish them. And the last component is a web interface to manage the whole thing. So quick schematic would look kind of like this, where you have recorders in room 1, room 2, room X. Once a video is been recorded, it's automatically published through the network to the editing station. That editing station publishes to the streaming infrastructure, and then it's delivered to students or learners. What really sets the campus apart is that this whole installation, the whole deployment, is managed by what we call the campus manager. So this is a web interface which you can access on any device. It's adaptive, it's built on HTML5. So this is actually a real-life example of a university that has many recording systems, obviously. Each of these squares is a recording system, and if you click on one, you will actually see what's happening on that machine right then. So you can see a preview of the video feed, of the data feed. This allows audiovisual teams to support the teacher remotely. Maybe tomorrow you have a teacher who's doing their first recording. You can tell them, don't worry, we're making sure that everything's working okay. But this you can do from the comfort of your own home, maybe your bath or something. Just be on your tablet and making sure that everything's working fine. So this is full fleet overview. You also get alerts, so network type alerts, audiovisual type alerts. If you have a cable, for example, in the room which is a bit damaged, which is generating some digital noise, then we'll send you this type of alert. There are pages of alerts, and you can choose who gets which alerts by email. You can visit the server if you like. Remote control and preview, and very useful especially is scheduling. So each system on its own, or it can be associated to a group, has its own calendar. So you can say, okay, this machine on Tuesday is going to be recording from 9 to 12. It's going to be this teacher. This is the course ID. This relates back to your LMS, whether it's Moodle, Blackboard, whatever. So it knows exactly where to publish the video. If you have some timetabling software, maybe you manage your rooms using some type of software, we can integrate with that so that you just schedule all of your lectures in advance, and then everything is recorded automatically. So that was for the campus. Once you've recorded your video, whether it's with the studio or with the campus, you can very easily share these videos. You can publish them on USB or FTP. This is what we'll be doing later during the demo. You can export as just a simple video podcast. We support every video format except for Silverlight. You can export for desktop editing as well, so we have a specific export for Adobe Premiere and Apple Final Cut if you want to do heavier post-production. And you can also export a rich media package. This can be SCORM, so both versions, both standard versions of SCORM are supported. This is what we'll be showing you later on during the demo. You can also upload directly to third-party platforms like YouTube. We're actually one of the 12 officially supported platforms by YouTube. So you can export this way, but this is not the most industrial way of sharing videos. If you start putting videos on your LMS, you're somehow burdening your LMS. Like if you deploy Moodle, for example, on a server, you'll see that the default maximum size of an attachment on Moodle is 60 MB. The reason for that is because Moodle is not a video platform. It's not meant to handle video. It's a web platform. So the way of distributing content, especially in universities or in large companies, is to have a video platform behind your user front end, I'd say. So this is what I like to continue talking about. It's the second part of what we do, which is content delivery. Do you have any questions, first of all, on this first part, on how to
can save the backdrop